Hi there. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zielinski and I work in the spirit dimensions. And I am really excited to be here on a YouTube live on a Sunday afternoon. I thought it would be great to do a Sunday afternoon YouTube live. There are people that follow me from many different time zones, so I thought it would be great to do an earlier one rather than one in the evening. So here I am with Spirit. Of course, welcome. Good to see everybody coming in. Hello. Welcome. If it's your first time here, it's good to meet you. If you're coming back, welcome back. As always, in all my videos and all my conversations with Spirit, all you got to do is take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I thought it would be great. First timer, look at, yay. Hey, it's good to see you all the way Australia. Oh, there's so many people coming in. It's great to see everybody. I am so grateful for the support that I've received here on the YouTube channel. It's been absolutely incredible. Just meeting some of you from all over the world and your positive thoughts and cheering me on. It fills my heart with so much joy and love. And I'm again so thankful. And there's Mandy's coming in and Caroline's here. Good to see everybody. Hello there, Hannah. I thought it would be a great afternoon to have an open platform. You guys can ask me questions in the chat, and I will do my best. I always do my best to try and get to as many people as I possibly can in the hour and a bit that I'm going to be on here today. I thought I would leave it open to any questions about spirit, any kind of questions about the work that I do, anything about the angelics. If you want to know about your spirit guides, I'm also happy to see where we go with channeling on the people who have passed and in the past dimension. I thought I would leave the platform wide open and just let spirit kind of channel away with me and enjoy some time. Welcome everybody coming in. Good to see you. I am going to need my glasses on. The print on the chat is a little bit small, so I do need my glasses on here. Good to see everybody coming in here. Love and light, love and light. Okay, here I just saw a question from Hannah. Hannah, I want to know if I have a message from my spirit guide. So Hannah, I'm just gonna. It just usually takes me a minute to just kind of feel into the vibration, into your energy. And what I do is I literally just feel, and I ask your spirit council to step forward with any messages, or if there's a spirit guide that wants to talk with you. Sometimes I get names of spirit guides. I don't always, but quite often I do. So Hannah, when I lean in there with your spirit council, the first guide that comes forward has been with you for several years. They do change. We do have what I call a staff change. I've talked about that before. Hannah, one thing that I'm really being pushed to talk about with you is trust and trusting yourself. You have incredible intuition, Hannah, and sometimes and I think sometimes, to be fair, we all do, but the trust for me is where they're encouraging you to grow spiritually. I also feel that you are going deeper into a spiritual journey. They're showing me the next year and a half that there's going to be a lot of growth in your own spirituality, a lot of learning about new things, and about putting down some things that no longer serve you. And trust is going to be your big bridge for you to cross with the trust. The spirit guide that I'm connecting with is also showing me a lot of light in your hands. You've got this thing with energy in your hands. I don't know if you feel energy or if you resonate with Reiki, if you do Reiki, but there's a lot of energy in your hands. There's some like healing energy there. And they're encouraging you to kind of tap into that a little bit and, do some reading on Reiki or energy work or sending love and light to people. There's a lot of energy in your hands. I'm really, really pulled there. I'm also really pulled, Hannah, to kind of get you in a space of asking for new doors of opportunity, coming into an alignment with good things are always coming to you. I just have to clean up those thoughts a little bit with that spirit guide. You are so worthy of good things. The name that I'm picking up here with the spirit guide, her name is Ella. It took me a minute to hear it, but her name is Ella. She likes to walk behind you, and she just gently kind of guides and steers you. She talks to me at length about asking her for help, asking her for guidance, just simply communicating with her a wee bit more. I take my spirit guides with me wherever I go. I'm constantly in communication with them. The more you communicate with them, the stronger your connection will get, you guys. That's for all of you. The more you communicate, the more you ask for help, the more you just simply say to the angelics, can you come with me? Can you protect me? Can you help me? The deeper your relationship will grow with the angelics. Good to see everybody coming in. And when it comes to the angelics, don't get too hooked on, I gotta know their name, I gotta know their name. Just simply allow and be able to connect with them and just trust that they're with you. It's huge. Miss Mandy, I'd love a message from my spirit guide too. Mandy, this is kind of an interesting space that they kind of dropped me into. As soon as I read your question on the chat, I was literally picked up and dropped into a new space. I feel that there's been a lot of shuffle with your staff changes on your spirit council lately, and I really feel that it's steps to take you into new places, and they're helping you to move your feet. They're helping you to be able to you do stand in that power, but to move in that power. There's the words that I want to find. They want you to move in that power. You always stand in your power, but now it's time to move. I see a lot of motivation and a lot of moving, and you've got a whole new team of spirit guides coming through. I'm actually seeing 4, Mandy. This is quite powerful, that are just going to help you with the movement. They're talking about movement. You've got the knowledge, you've got the connection, you've got the skill. Now it's momentum. And it's ooh, this is really cool. It's like you're getting like I want to say roller blades or roller skates that have light wheels in it. This is what they're showing me. It's like wheels on your feet, spiritual wheels to get you in the momentum. And you know how when you roller skate, or when I don't roller skate, I don't have that kind of balance. But when you roller skate and you have that smooth momentum, that's the momentum that they're showing me that you're going to be picking up. It doesn't have to be fast. It's just momentum. It's that smooth gliding. There seems to be a smooth glide coming in here, Mandy, and it's very, very exciting. Very exciting. I also feel one of your spirit guides, I haven't yet heard a name though. One of your spirit guides feels very much with that playful energy, like that I want to say like that. If you can bottle up the energy of a preschooler, you know how much energy they have. That's the energy of one of your guides that's coming through, and it's a big time vibration of play and excitement, and everything's always new in your world. And I think that you're going to start leaning into that more and more and more. I also, Mandy, really need to give you this little gift of lifting off any pressure or any kind of expectations that maybe you're holding within. I need to lift that off of you. There's lots of time, and you're on the right path. And with your new wheels of light that are coming in, you're going to glide at the pace that you're meant to. But the momentum is going to be really shifting within. Ooh, that was delicious. I really like that. The roller skates with wheels on them. Oh, that's so awesome. Some more recent subscribers. It's great to see some new people coming in. I'm grateful to be meeting new people and having new people coming. It's great. Alexa, do you have any message from spirit guides, and do you know how many I have? Okay, so Alexa, we all have a spirit council. On our spirit council, we all have a different number. And it doesn't necessarily mean if you have a higher number, you've got better guides, or a lower number, you've got less than. It's what we need on our journey. So when we come here, we're given a council. I sit in my boardroom with my council members every single day. I go there. Because I need to, but lovingly. But so what happens is on our journey, as we exercise our choice and free will, they may come and go. So you may have one guide with you today, but you may have 20 on your spirit council. So when you need a specialist to come in, they will staff change and come in. What I'm picking up for you right now, Alexa, though, is I'm picking up 2 guides, and one is a wolf. and that wolf is always protecting you. I feel that wolf's been with you since you were very little. I see you very little with this wolf. The wolf also really encourages the wandering, getting you out wandering and exploring. And the more that you wander and the more that you explore, the more personal growth and development and nurturing yourself in that way. The other spirit guide is walking on your left side. She's been with you the last 5 years, and I feel that the last 5 years it's been kind of to hold you up. Comes with a lot of support. She comes with a lot of "I've got you." She holds you. She holds you in that love, that loving unconditionalness. She's also talking about unconditional love, unconditional self-love, softening on yourself, being gentle, being with that chin up, and really being able to embrace all of who you are. And I think so many of us, this was a huge piece in my learning, in my self-care, was to really embrace all of who I am, even the parts that I may perceive may not be perfect, right? We all have that within us. We wish better or want better or this or that. Even though we're working on making those parts better, we still need to love ourselves as that whole. Yes, I love myself, all of it. I gotta love all of it. So she's really encouraging you to kind of put all of yourself in and love all of yourself. And as we love ourselves through perhaps some change, whether it be lifestyle stuff or just self-improvement, I'm always, always, always in that momentum of working on myself. I'm always there. But I love all of me that's going through that, even when it's hard, even the hard parts. There are hard parts of us, and this is for all of us. It's it's hard to love all of yourself. It's easy to love the parts that are easy, but we have to love all of us. And she's really pushing me to kind of and this is a collective conversation. It's not just for Alexa, but she's really encouraging to love that all of you, because she loves all of you. Source energy loves all of you. And that's the kind of light that she's wrapping you in. I hope that makes sense. Her name is Britt. Oh, I just heard the rest. No, she cut it off at Brit. I thought there was going to be more to it, but no, she cut it off at Brit. Sometimes I have to listen twice. Good to see you. Hi, Wesley, coming in. So much more coming in. You're most welcome, Miss Mandy. Dave, it's going to say my dad's name because I took over his phone, but my name is Amanda. And would like to know something about him. Amanda, who do you want to know about, hon? I'm not quite sure I understood your question. If you can just retype that, I'd be grateful. Sandra, wondering if you can tell me a bit more about my spirit council, how they like to communicate, and any message that they might have. Okay, so angelic communication. This is a great question, Sandra. Thank you very much for asking it. The angelics communicate in many, many different ways. And the angelics also communicate depending on where we have our dial set. So for example, what do I mean by that? If you're open is the first word. Open to receive. Open to receive messages, open to receive signs, open to receive guidance, wide open to receive. One thing that Spirit said to me many, many years ago is you got to be open to receive even the hard parts. Sometimes Spirit will say no, and we don't like that. Whether it be in relationships or situations, we'll ask for something and Spirit will say no. And we may go, or the angelics may say no. We may push against that. I've done that a few times in my life, and I'm sure we all have, where we've pushed against something. And when we push against something, what happens is all these red flags start to pop up. And then that's the angelics or Spirit saying, yep, here's another warning, not supposed to do that. Here's another warning, not supposed to do that. And we go through that learning process. And eventually we get stung. And then we look up at source energy or the angelics and we'll say, well, how'd you let that happen to me? And the angelics have said this to me personally. We showed you here, we showed you here, we showed you here. We answered your questions several times and you went on your own learning anyway. And that's okay. It's not a bad thing to go on to learn through experiences, but being open to hear the messages, being open to hear the answer. Now, how do we hear them? Sometimes I hear them just like I hear myself or hear anybody else speak, but I hear it kind of in my head, right? We also feel it. The angelic speak to us through our intuition. So if you ask a question, think of a question that you want to ask, and then I say feel into it. What does it feel like? Now, how do you know? Because I can hear some of you through the screen here. I can hear your vibrations. How do I know if I'm making it up? Very good question. Very good question. How do you know if you're making it up? Well, the angelic communication, it comes right from your gut. It doesn't come from your head. Your head will put in thought. Your head will put in thoughts, and it just takes a little bit of practice. And it doesn't take a lot of practice. A little bit of practice about being able to trust. How does something feel? Right? Intuition 101. Good feels good, bad feels bad. So the angelics will answer you through those feelings. The angelics will also talk to you through signs, repeat numbers. And all you have to do is look them up. You can look up angel number meanings. They're easily available on Google. I carry my angel number book 101 with me because I'm constantly working with people who want to know meanings during their sessions, and it's easier to look up the book. They will also leave you signs. And when you align with that, when there's no resistance, that quite often that's your go ahead sign with the angelics as well. If there's no resistance, I always say I don't personally push against resistance. If it doesn't happen easily and naturally, I step back and I just kind of reevaluate and I get into allowing. And being open to accept all answers is big, because I think sometimes we kind of forget that piece. And I've been there quite often, and even recently I've been there with, this is what I want, and why can't I have it? Right? So it's about being open and asking. The other thing is, and I said it a little bit ago, is that you have to build that relationship with the angelics. Build a relationship. I talk to my spirit guides like they're my best friends. I take them everywhere I go. Now, I have a little bit of a crazy side to me. I literally open my truck door and have them hop in. I literally, talk to them as I'm putting on my shoes to go out. I ask them to do certain things for me. I will ask them to protect my home, protect myself, protect my family. I take them everywhere I go, and I talk to them almost all the time. All the time. And my relationship with my spirit guides is really tight. They're like my besties. I pass everything by them and bring them everywhere I go. The more you do that, and the more you tap into that, the deeper connection you will get, because you start to become more and more and more open to the angelics. Sandra, the one thing that I'm hearing that I really need to kind of give to you is I feel like this a lot of knowledge coming in, and a lot of growth coming in, and I kind of really have to give you permission to look behind a bunch of doors for what resonates to you. Take several workshops, pick and choose, and make it your own journey is kind of what I'm really feeling that you need to hear. Meditation, for example, can be your own way of meditating. Write your own meditations, do what resonates to you. I really feel I need to remind you of that, to do what resonates to you. Okay, Lauren, I keep smelling my Nana. Do you think she's visiting me? I've been doing an open university course and feeling frustrated, but then I smell her when I get frustrated. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lauren. And spirit reaches out in so many different ways. Smells is a very common way. And the reason that they do that is because it really gets your attention. You can't overthink that. I really smell that. No, that is something that I'm really smell. It's triggering my olfactory nerve in my nose. So I know that it's here. I know that it's real. The other thing, Lauren, that she's showing me is she's showing me a whole cheering squad from the spirit dimensions, cheering you on, pushing you forward. Lauren, I do have to ask though, I need to know the significance to the number 7. So either the 7th of a month being July, or July being the number 7. She's also showing me September being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. And then she puts me into March. Definitely March. Puts me 100% into March being significant. She's also showing me that you're going to go through this with flying colors. She's just showing me like flying colors shooting off a rainbow. You're going to be just fine. Here, okay. Is it Alina? Can you tell me about my spirit guides? Any messages? Um, when I feel into that, I'm feeling a lot of things being lifted off of you. I'm feeling a lot of old processes, old thoughts, old experiences. I have a spirit guide that's kind of helping you unpack, and we unpack, I call it our backpack of life, unpack a lot of stuff. He's also showing me that there's a lot more of that coming, and it's just simple things like old thoughts, old things that don't serve you, a lot of clarity coming in. There seems, I keep having my glasses kind of played with. Either you're asking for clarity or needing clarity, but the spirit guide's bringing a lot of clarity. I need you to kind of tap into that a little bit and see what you're asking for clarity. I just feel like you're seeing your vision, your spiritual vision, not your physical eyes. Your spiritual vision seems to be clearing for me. I also feel this guide is really new. He's showing me the number 3 as it just coming in the last 3 years. I also feel a lot of opportunities coming in with this new clarity. It's like you either see yourself or life different or wanting something different, but there's like this clarity, and it feels really light because I can feel you unpack. I can just, all of a sudden, I just want to float. I feel really light with it. I haven't yet heard his name. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just trust and just simply ask. Just say, spirit guide, the one that's helping me with my clarity, can you help me see that clearer now? I'm not hearing his name, but if I do hear it, I will come back to you. Katrina, or Katarina, I'm sorry. I was on your last live, and I've been seeing repeating numbers multiple times every day. Do my spirit guides have any messages with the repeating numbers, guys? I won't look them up on the YouTube live because we'll end up just going through number after number. You can look up any of the and just Google angelic repeat numbers, and the number will pop in, or pump in a spiritual meaning of 111, and the message will pop up as to what it means. But what I do feel that I need to let you know is I need to let you know that you're being heard. So I'm not sure what numbers that you're seeing, but I'll bet you when you look them up, it's like your prayers are being heard. Your prayers are being answered. You're not, I just feel like you're being heard. So I don't know if you've been asking and not hearing anything, or if there's a reference to you in the physical world not being heard. But I just have to give that to you right away. Yeah, I just had to make sure I was finished with that message, and I am. Oh, there's Kathy Vandevort. How you doing? I'm just having a listen here. I've got a man in spirit. I am going to just channel. If anybody has seen me do this on my Facebook Live, sometimes the people, that spirits in the loved one dimension will come through just kind of randomly. So I just need to kind of have a little bit of a rant. I'm just going to do some channeling. If it resonates to you, please comment in the chat section. I've got a man who's passed away. I feel like he's been gone. He shows me this about 5 years. He's also showing me this. I'm in my chest, I'm in my lungs, so it's got to be like a lung cancer or something here, cancerous, throat cancer, I'm pushed more to my lungs with this. I also feel that either the name or the flower rose is very, very symbolic. It's got to be very, very symbolic. I'm smelling roses, but sometimes it can be the name or the flower. He's also showing me that he leaves a lot of feathers and a lot of coins trying to get your attention. There's a J reference to his J reference here. There's also a reference to either the name Mike or Michael. 100% living. He's pointing here. I also have to talk about the name Dennis or Denise. I'm not sure if it's the masculine or the feminine version of that name. I also need you to know that I'm hearing you when you're talking. You're constantly talking. He's talking about his loved ones. They're always talking about him. I also feel there's something significant coming up in August, but I feel it's like an event. I feel like it's either a trip or a family reunion. I feel like it's an event. I feel like I'm going to an event. He will be there with you. He's always there with you. He's also showing me that that his ashes have been scattered in a few different places, and he absolutely loves that because he was very much a person who enjoyed different locations and travel and moving around. He's also casting a fishing line for me. He's fishing. He wants you to he wants you to know that was very important part of who he was when he was here in the physical world. He's also showing me this hat with a whole bunch of fishing stuff, like fishing lures and places that he'd been to. The hat is still hung out. The hat is still hung out. It's like on a hook or near a door. It's still hung out. He wants you to know he knows how much he is loved, and he's very much doing very well in the spirit dimensions, but spends a lot of time here. I'm probably going to do this for another minute or two. I also have a young person right around the age of 19 to 25 left here very quickly. It's either an accident or a suicide, left here very quickly. I don't feel they've been gone very month. And number 4, so either 4 weeks or 4 months since they've passed. It's definitely not 4 years. He's given me a no on the 4 years, so it's probably about 4 weeks or 4 months. He's showing me that he has crossed. He's also showing me that he has been doing a lot of his healing work. He stands up very proud. I've overcome so much since I've crossed over. He's also showing me that he is going through a lot of learning. He's showing me that his journey here was extremely uphill, big uphill battle for this young man. And he's showing me that he has worked through them. He has worked through them. He's talking about 2 siblings. The month of February is also significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. And he has, sorry, I had to listen. He's also shown me that he has a grandfather with him. Grandfather feels like he's been gone a very long time. I'm not sure if they knew each other in the physical world. I feel like his grandfather's been gone before he was born, but his grandfather is there with him now. Perfect. I'm just going to take a little scroll down and see if anybody has answered any of my questions so far, and then I will scroll back up. Okay. Okay. I don't think so. I'm just taking a look to see if anybody's answered anything that I've channeled on. April, it might be my boyfriend. Okay, April, I'm just going to stop there. If you guys can just hold off for just a moment while I talk to April. I think it's, if I pronounce it wrong, April, I'm sorry. April Hesselbach, it might be my boyfriend. And Arlene Prowell might be my nephew. 4 weeks ago. Okay, so when this happened, as it always does, especially in these kinds of chat, we do sort it out. Okay, so we do sort it out. So let me just see where I need to go here with April, and it looks like it's Arline Prowell. Let's just see. I'm gonna ask them a question, and we'll see which one of you can take that. Who connects to him to the water? Where is the water? He's showing me the water. Either somebody, he lived near the water, or the water being symbolic. Do one of you live near the water? I'm down near a big body of water with him. He's also got me in the month of December being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. Let's see if one of you can answer that. And he is showing me that he's taken his own life. So do one of you connect to that? So we'll see if anybody can connect to that. We'll just give it a moment before I move on. Because what happens if I don't move on, if I move on without placing, we spread his ashes in the water. Okay, Arlene, can you add to that? I want to make sure we've got this straightened out, because I do not like to put spirit where they don't belong. Okay. Trey was an overdose. Okay, I'm gonna go. He's showing me it was definitely a suicide. So Arline Prowell, I'm just gonna come back to you. He's showing me down by the water, and there's definitely a reference. So I think that was Arlene the one that said he passed about 4 weeks ago. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to Arline for a second, because the four was one of the first things that he said is either 4 weeks ago or 4 months ago. He was very clear on that. What he wants known is he wants it to be known how proud he is. He's very, very proud that he's overcome what he couldn't overcome in the physical world. So he's very proud of that. I feel like there was either a battle with okay, the uphill battle with either addictions or lifestyle stuff. He's very proud that he's overcome it. Okay. He's also tapping his head. He's also showing me that he's overcome some of the stuff in his head. So either there was a mental health struggle, but he's showing me this. He just put like cleared a storm in his head. He put like this storm in his head, and he's just cleared the storm in his head. He wants his family to know that he has cleared that storm in his head. He's really funny. Even though he has like a lot going on, he had a big sense of humor. And underneath his physical world journeys and struggles, very loving young man. Like just very, very, very loving, had a very gentle side there. I will leave him. Arlene, thank you very much for responding to that. I'm going to scroll back up to the top because I want to try and get through some of the questions. I try to take them in order. I try really hard to be fair here. So let's just see. Okay. So with the angel number questions, I'm going to reroute you all to look them up on your own. Just so that is we don't kind of go through all the numbers here while we're here. There's a lot of questions. I'm just trying to get back up. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to go back up. Wow. Okay. I think I'm back up. Okay. Yeah, there's Mandy. I've read Mandy. Oh, Aaron, I love your videos on fairies. Yes, the fairies are a magical dimension to live in. Also, anybody who is struggling right now with just any kind of heaviness, just kind of tapping into the fairy energy, the playful magic. I find that when life kind of happens and we all have things happen, to be able to tap into just the magical energy just kind of gives you a pause from the physical world. Okay. Where do we go? Just see where I need to go, you guys, and just kind of ask spirit on where I need to go. I have a husband with me. This is how spirit's working today. I can't change it. When spirit says they want to work a certain way, I've got almost no say in it. I have a husband who is coming through. I feel like there's either a cancer or a disease of the stomach area. He's showing me June, the number 6 or the 6th of a month being really important. He's also showing me 3, either family of 3 here still living, or like 2 kids and a wife, or 3 kids. He's pointing as to living here, very adamant. He also has this big energy, like this big frame for me. But when he walks in a room, you always know that he's there. He's talking at length about either August or the number 8, the 8th of a month, or something to do with 8 is really important. He's also coming to you in your dream times. He's also singing. He's also singing a lot of love songs. He's got, this was like, I feel like a strong connection here in a marriage. Like I mean really strong. I just feel like such deep soulmate, such a deep connection. I feel like there's been many years you spent together, and like most of those years were were filled with just love and fun. I mean, of course, we all have our problems, but I just feel that real strong connection there. He's also talking to me about a broken fence. So either there's a fence in the backyard that's broken, or there's something about a broken fence. Mending broken fence. He might be talking about, like, how you mend broken fences, like with like. No, he's talking about it's a physical fence. I had to question him for a second, make sure I was understanding. Either a fence has blown down, or there's something broken with the fence, either the gate or there's something broken with the fence. He wants you to know that he's very much okay in the spirit dimensions. He's sending all his love. He's also letting me know that he's here a lot of the times, helping you. He's also wants me to talk about his stuff. He's going like this: I'm not in the stuff. I'm not in the stuff. So if you've been thinking about purging some of his stuff. He's very much okay with that. He's very much on, if it can help other people, it's just stuff. I'm not in the stuff. Don't worry, I'm not in the stuff. And I also, he's showing me that he had a lot of it. Like a lot of it. So I don't know if it's like a garage, like a lot of stuff. There's stuff in a garage. There's stuff kind of everywhere. He's very much okay if it goes. He needs to get that out in the open. Ileana, I've been presented to restart my old candle business, but I don't know if it's for me. When I lean into that, it comes back down to that gut. I just felt my own gut, my own intuition. And what your spirit guides are saying on that is if it's not a passion, if it's not a driving force or something that you really want to do, don't do it. But I also feel, though, a little bit with this candle business is, I don't know if you're just going to kind of like get back into it occasionally, either with just orders or just to put on consignment somewhere. But I feel like you are coming into a space in your life where it's going to be kind of like, I see you marching to the beat of your own drum with this. I see you like, I can do it sometimes, but not all the time. And I see you kind of doing this whole balance thing. I don't know if you struggle with having things out of balance, like significantly out of balance, but I see like things kind of coming into balance more. What brings you joy, work, play, pleasure. I see that. And I don't feel that candle business is going to be a full-time thing. You always have choice and free will, but you need to go to that gut space. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I just don't feel it's best for me. You need to trust that because you've been asking, and that's the feeling that you're getting. And I would agree. I don't think you're going to do it full time. You may, once in a while when you want to, either take orders or accept orders. But I really feel that there's more. It's almost like you're taking the lead about what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. It's not just going to be about the candles. There it is. It's not going to be just about the candles. It's going to be overall what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. Zen 1111 Tarot, we got to stop giving our power away. I'm hearing, oh, absolutely. Stand in that power and stand in it, and in a loving way. A lot. I'm not quite sure. I think here's what I think on that comment, Zen Tarot, if I may, what I think about standing in our power. So let me just back up the story a little bit. On the last full moon, I did an amazing full moon ritual. Incredible. I had, we had the cauldrons out. We had a great time. We did a lot of releasing and a lot of intention setting, and it was very powerful full moon. And Spirit talked to me at length about this exact topic, about some of us weren't taught what our power, or standing in our power is. So we have this fear of being seen or heard, or we may not even necessarily know what standing in our power is. So when it comes to being able to stand in our power, it is a beautiful thing. It is so empowering. It's just a glorious space to live out of. And it's always changing. Your power and your truth has roots that grow. What your thoughts and your belief systems have roots to grow. So what you're standing in your power is unlimited alignment. It's unlimited alignment. But some of us, and I actually have a workshop coming up. It's actually on my website, about just beginning. Where do people start if you don't know how to stand in your personal power, or what that means, or what that looks like, or how to navigate through it? There's a workshop on my website. It's an Introduction to Spirituality 101, if anybody's interested in checking that out. But I think we need to teach people from a very young age what standing in your power and being able to speak your truth. Because for many of us, that was never really taught. And for some of us, it may not have been allowed. So we get to this space in our life where we're not quite sure how to do that in a non-intrusive or always, or non-fearful, there's a word I was looking for, without being fearful of what someone's going to think. Because standing in our truth requires us to put down a lot of that fear. And it's that fear of what people will think that will quite often hold us back. of on that, and that's a big one. That is a huge one, and and there are times that I even have to big breath in. All right, I'm gonna share on my truth on that subject, which is absolutely amazing, but it's also a journey to get there. Shaz, I'm struggling with career choices. What career do you see me being in the future? And is there any message from spirit guides? Shaz, I feel that your career choices, I feel that they both have a very different taste to me. I just have a very different taste in my mouth for both of them. So they're probably two probably very different career choices. But I feel with you, Shaz, this big part of your inner light does really well with helping others. I feel like either you lead others very well, or and like I just feel like this leadership. Do one of those jobs have more of a leadership, like being in charge or being being a leader, like leading people? But and it feels very good, and I feel that you have this ability to be able to bring people into a better collective space. And I also feel I don't know um if it's some kind of like social worker or some kind of, but it just feels like you lead people to better. I hope that resonates with you. um Lindy Devon, I feel very strongly a strong mother or mother figure. So mom or somebody like a mom or grandmother, motherly energy, very coming in very close around you. I also feel I also feel that you're held up. I feel like you've had fairly recently either a little bit of uncertainty or feeling uncertain about something. They're holding you up, but letting you know that it's okay. That there's just this solid foundation underneath you. It's going to be very much okay. They're letting you know that that she's helping you with that. Um, okay, let's see where we need to go. Oh, another from the Netherlands. Joy from the Netherlands. I've got a few friends out in the Netherlands now. How awesome. Um, Joy. Joy, I feel when I lean in there with you, I feel a little bit constricted. I feel like you're not getting in a big breath of air, and it's spiritual energy for me, not your lung, not your physical lungs. But I feel like you're not getting that breath in. Your spirit guides are encouraging you to just simply be more aware of the breath, being able to kind of breathe in and breathe out, and always on your exhale. I always exhale out what doesn't serve me, and I breathe in beautiful light, like just beautiful angelic light in, cleansing light in, and exhaling what no longer serves me out. I feel like I just got to kind of get you to do that once or twice a day. You don't even have to know what you need to let go. Just being able to say, I'm just going to let it go. I feel like you are a big empath, and I just can't help but smiling when I tap into your energy, because I feel like you help people but you're taking on a lot of their emotions, and I feel that's part of what you're holding on to. I feel like you're a feeler. Like empaths are feelers, and they will hold on to other people's stuff. I just need to get you kind of aware of your breath and just taking those few moments to yourself once in a while to just simply breathe. I also need to talk about, and I know I can't see you on the screen, but I'm really getting surrounded by this beautiful yellowish aura. And it's yours, it's not mine. I can just feel your aura coming in through to me, and it's just so, it's like that, like it's like a bright sunny day. It's like a smiling sunflower, and it's the essence of who you are. And spirit applauds that, just that brilliant brightness that you bring. You got to keep shining. um okay, so I've read the candle. Where am I here? Okay, here we go. Hannah, she just responded to something that I said. I'm not sure if you saw this, but thank you so much. Thank you, Ella. And the thing about my hands, I use them to show affection, and I've been told by my family to be a massage therapist. Ooh, that's you know what, Hannah? I think that if you were to just put a little bit of focused energy work, just try this on somebody. Just kind of have somebody sit in front of you or lay down and just kind of feel energy. I just want you to feel and see what you feel. What do you pick up? Does it feel warm? Is it anywhere on the body? Just kind of feel energy. Because I'll bet you with that massage therapist reference, you will tap into stuff that even spirit messages. I've got a couple of my students. I've got a Reiki master who took levels 1 to 4 with me. He does Reiki, and while he does Reiki, he channels messages from loved ones over in the spirit dimensions. He's an incredible worker. His name's Brian Banks. He's an incredible Reiki master and an incredible channeler. But that's how he channels. That's his way. That's how he receives his messages through the whole Reiki process. It's incredible how people's gifts and how different we all are. Okay. A few people have acknowledged some of the things that I'm saying. Ileana, I want to be a psychic medium, but not sure if I can and what my type will be. What Claire's. Well, here's the thing. I firmly believe and I stand in this truth. We are all connected. We all came from source energy. We are all connected in very different ways. We all have incredible gifts. I've been teaching mediumship for many, many years. I do not have two students that work the same, and it's supposed to be that way. You will never see two mediums work the same. They may work similar, but they all have their own way of connecting to the spirit dimensions. What I always recommend is starting with a really good basic foundation workshop. Any course that you take, you need to make sure that you're getting a solid foundation on understanding spirituality and understanding yourself, because you are the vessel. So you've got to kind of put in that whole, I do a lot. So I work full time as a medium. I teach almost full time. I do animal communication. I have a lot of things in my spiritual toolbox, and I have to insert every single day the self-care part of looking after myself, because if I don't, my connection to the spirit dimension sounds very staticky. So you want to make sure that you find somebody that's going to teach you all of that, and it's very much a dedication. It's a dedication. I'm 100% in to developing this. Okay, here we go. Let's see where we need to go. Okay, Amanda, I just seen you clarify your message here. I want to know more about my dad. He died last year, and I want to know if he's okay. I'm just having a feel there from Amanda. So just give me a second to have a feel in there. Amanda, he needs you to know that he's doing this, that I'm not sure if you didn't have a chance to say goodbye, or if you're not sure if he heard your goodbye, because he's doing this. And it's not that he does hear you now, of course, but he heard that goodbye. He's very clear on, I heard that goodbye. I also feel like he's got something in his pocket. Either something went with him when he passed, like somebody sent something with him, or he literally always had something in his pocket. Because he's showing me like he's got something with him. He's also showing me a lot of spirit signs. He is constantly sending spirit signs, and he's always changing them. Sometimes it's songs that remind you of him. Sometimes it's coming in dream times. Sometimes he's leaving coins. Sometimes he's moving things around. He's also sending the orbs. He is like throwing everything at me, Amanda. He's also letting me know he wants you to go forward. He keeps pushing me, like, live your best life, follow those dreams. He's also doing this for me as a closeness sign. He's bringing close. He's talking about the number 2, so either February or the 2nd of a month. He's also talking to me at length. I don't know if I don't know why I'm dizzy all of a sudden with him. Is there something that connects with his head? I'm dizzy. So either was there a reason, like, did he pass with something with his head? Or yeah, it's connecting to him because it's with him when I channel it. He wants you to know that he's very much okay, that he's here helping, and he's helping all. I feel like either this is a big family, or he knew a lot of people, because he's got like all of you kind of like in a big, like this big group. He's also talking to me about, Amanda, is he wants you to take better care of yourself. So I'll just leave that with you, but he wants you to take better care. He really wants you to take better care of yourself. Okay. Amanda, I also have to ask you if there's something about, I don't know why I'm thinking, he's got me on the Thursday. Either was it the last time you talked to him on a Thursday, or is there something about a Thursday? He's talking about Thursday. I'll give you a second to answer that. Okay. I'm just going to see a quick moment here. The angelic numbers, I'll get you guys to look them up. That's the best way. Okay, I answered that one. Joy, I want to know if my little angel is mad at me because I'm feeling very sad, depressed last month, and I'm always seeing double numbers, like if someone wants to tell me something. So the angels don't get mad at us. They know we're here learning. They know that learning and life can be hard on us. They know that it's difficult. They're wanting us to help. Joy, I really feel that she's leaning in with wanting to tell you that you're worthy and that you can work through this, that you will work through this, and that she's there supporting you through that. But she's not mad at you. She's supporting. She's trying to support. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to see if anybody's answered any of my things. Some of the messages are repeat, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything here. Okay, Brad. Brad, when I kind of tap into your energy, I get really excited. I get really excited in your willingness. You seem to have this open willingness, and you seem to have this always ready for new things kind of energy. I also see this big bear with you. And this bear's been with you, Brad, your entire life. I actually see you really little with this bear with you. This bear has been with you your entire journey. And the bear brings you a few things. Number one, a lot of guidance, but the bear speaks the loudest to you when you're not listening. So when, for example, like, whether it be choices or you're asking and you're not feeling anything back, I'd like you to call forward this bear, to speak a little louder, because he comes to you a lot when you're not listening, with kind of putting up roadblocks and kind of like trying to get you to go in a different direction. Brad, this bear also talks to me about this real in tune part of you, that you are very intuitive, very much in tune, and he encourages you to use that. I don't know if you kind of like secretly or in a kind of a nonchalant way, have an incredible way of kind of giving advice and kind of tapping into that your own intuition. I also feel that I need to get you on the ground barefoot, just kind of grounding. I feel like you really kind of need that earth kind of connection right now. I also see there's some adventures that's coming up for you, Brad. I really feel like I've got to kind of get you in alignment with a lot of adventure, a lot of fun things. And there's a travel reference. What's interesting here, Brad, too, and this doesn't usually happen on the live feeds, but I don't think it's happened yet on a YouTube live, maybe a Facebook live, but maybe a long time ago. I'm really connecting to a past life connection with you. And I think in a past life connection, you had almost like you had that gypsy soul. You had that move along from town to town for me. I can see you kind of like with your own little group of peeps, kind of like moving from little town to little town. And I feel you very much connected to like a gypsy or gypsy type energy. I feel that. And it feels like that very Celtic feeling for me. And it's 100% past life. I also feel in that past life in that group, I feel like you were kind of in charge in leading this group. And I also feel that part of your group were healers that went from town to town offering up healing. That is really cool. I kind of wasn't sure what I was seeing there for a second, but I see that as part of your past life, and I feel that adventurous part of you. Either you want more of it, or you're very much an adventurous person now, Brad. I get there. It just has that excitement for you around that. I hope that makes sense. That's really cool that I got a past life image there. Okay. Oh, Mandy, the Joanne Scribes website. Yes, that is a really good one for the online, or for looking up the angelic numbers as well. I'm just going to see if anybody answered. I still have this husband here who passed with something of his stomach. Joanne, my husband John passed last November. Joanna, was there something with his stomach? Who's got the husband that passed with something of his stomach related? So think of all of the like liver, bowel. I feel like I'm in my stomach, like the stomach itself, like the pancreas. I feel like I'm in there. And I really wouldn't mind getting him placed because he's adamant that his wife is here watching him. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Who here is watching? If you guys can just all hold off on writing to me for just a quick second. Who has the husband that oh, there's a Crohn's. Where did I see that? Where did I just see that? Okay, so who's got the husband that passed of Crohn's? I went too fast trying to get to the bottom of the screen. Now I'm trying. Lana's a great mentor. Thanks, Miss Jen. Sorry, you guys. I just want to see who wrote that. I went to go to the bottom of the screen and I seen somebody wrote he died of Crohn's. So I'm going to go back down to the bottom. I just don't want to waste any time here because we are coming up to the hour. So who has the husband that passed with Crohn's? I don't feel like he's been gone very long. He's shown me less than a year. I feel like the battle with so Crohn's would be bowel, so that would tap into what I said about the stomach area with the passing. I also feel he's a big energy. Joanne's husband passed away of Crohn's. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can scroll, but I went like really fast on my mouse, so I do apologize. So Joanne, where are you, Joanne? Okay. So Joanne, I'm just going to speak to you. You're welcome, Brad. Joanne, I just have to listen to him for a second. He's actually talking really fast. Sometimes they do. It doesn't necessarily mean that's how they work here, but he's just giving me the downloads really fast. Joanne, he wants you to know that he hears you. I also feel like you're talking to a picture a lot, either on your phone or an actual picture. I also see him sitting at the kitchen table. He's sitting there every morning. I also feel very much, Joanne, I feel that there is a little dog with him. Do you have a dog up in the spirit dimensions, or a dog that connects to the family that was important? I also feel a father figure for him that's with him. I also feel that there's also that connects to you. Somebody left here fairly quickly. It doesn't necessarily mean it had to be a recent passing, but somebody left here fairly quickly after a short illness that they left quickly, like that unexpected short illness that somebody passes quickly. I also I'm just listening to him for a second, Joanne. Joanne, at the kitchen table, I'm sat at your kitchen table. At the kitchen table, Is there something of his still there? And he's showing me something at the kitchen table that's his. When I remote view, it's always a lot of fun. Okay, I will, Joanne, I will leave him there with you. He's sending so much love, so much love. And he wants you to know that he is hearing you. Um, let's see where I need to go. Lindy, Lindy Devon, interesting question. Any alien energy going on around with all the talks from the Pentagon and UFOs? Okay, I like this question. So, as always in all my videos, take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Just gonna say that because I think it's important that everyone's entitled to their thoughts. When I channel from the spirit dimensions about other dimensions, 100%. 100% there are other dimensions. We may call them aliens, we may call higher extraterrestrials, call them what you wish. There are other dimensions. There are also other planets. We do not hold all the answers 100%. We may think that we do, but we do not. So there's also, and this is really interesting, you guys. I have done regression work for a number of years. I was trained by Dr. Brian Wise. If you ever get an opportunity, take his workshop. During a lot of regressions, both not just by me, but by other regression therapists, we have done regressions from people who had past lives on other planets. Yeah. Well, the first time it came up in a regression, I was like on the edge of my seat listening to, and the detail that came through was absolutely incredible. Absolutely. It wasn't just, oh, I'm on another planet. It was like extreme detail. Now, other dimensions, several other dimensions are more advanced than we are in this one. Other dimensions are may have knowledge that we do not. I've also been shown that there are other dimensions that are extremely spiritual, extremely higher evolved, where the communication isn't even through speech; it's completely telepathic, and sending with images and communicating completely telepathically. And so is the travel. The travel is very much how we astral. The travel is very much very similar to that. They just kind of consciously travel. It's profound. Do I think that that everyone here in the physical world is ready to kind of tap into some of that? Perhaps not. Is that okay? Yeah, it is. Mandy, at first I didn't recognize the planet from when the practitioner made me look at my feet and who was around me. It was not human. Yeah, yeah. So, see, Mandy did a regression where she wasn't even human. It's profound. The if you have an open mind to other possibilities, all I have to say is other possibilities. It's a magical world. It's a magical world. The other thing that in a regression that came up one time was because the soul can have more than one experience, right? So the soul can be having more than one experience. I had somebody during a regression who progressed. They went future, and I'm telling you right now, it was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Anyway, I'm glad that you did ask that question. Yes, I do believe there are other dimensions. Yes, I do believe that if you want to call them aliens, I just prefer there are other souls having another experience. Do I believe that what's the wording that I'm looking for? Do I believe that some of the stories or how here it is? Do I believe our response, whether it be NASA or government or individual, do I believe that our response is going to be great? I don't think we're going to be the most welcoming planet, but I'm hoping that we will learn and grow through that. I really do. I really do hope that we're going to learn and go through that. Um, okay. Oh, that was really nice. The spice of life. I'm sorry to you and everyone who's lost loved ones. It's so comforting to hear from them when they come through. Yes, it is comforting to receive messages from the spirit dimensions. And I I'm going to try and get on here and meet up with you and give more messages on a fairly regular basis. That as often as I can, I'll come in and do an hour of mini sessions. Um, Spirit channels really well, I think, from even on these live feeds. Um, I I don't have to see you to channel. It's all energy, so I can just tap in. I do offer Zoom sessions as well as in persons, thehawkandI.com, if you want to learn more about that. I do have some workshops also posted now, and there are some new ones coming in the fall. And I'm also, if this is something that you is if you are of interest, I will be doing a special event for my YouTube followers in a group setting on Zoom. Watch for that to be posted, because I'm only posting it to my YouTube channel with a promo code with a discount. So yeah, so I thought that we'll do like a spirit party, like a group party where I channel the people who are in attendance. That would be fun. Oh, Spice of Life would like that. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I am going to. You're very welcome, Andrea. Um, I am going to leave you here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I think the sun is back out in Kitchener, Ontario. The weather has been really weird today. It has like gone black skies to a clear sky to a drizzle, and it's so I'm not quite sure what the weather is for all of you, but I do hope that you can enjoy your time. Hello, Miss Amelia, all of you. Thank you so much to every single one of you. Wesley himself, time in the Netherlands, 11:05. Wesley, you are such an amazing supporter. The Netherlands people, everyone in different time zones. It's 7 a.m. here for Daniel. Wow. Mandy's hoping for thunderstorms. Mandy's out in British Columbia, Canada. So it's great. It is really great. I think this time worked well doing it in an afternoon. I think I was able to kind of get a few different time zones to be able to gather. So I hope that that was helpful to all of you. There are some really cool videos coming up. Oh my gosh. There are some videos coming up with what's happened with Spirit and I. Whenever I go out lately, there has been some just incredible random messages. And we got some incredible footage from our adventures in Fergus that is being worked on. So that is coming soon too as well. Much love to all of you. And I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye, you guys.